All right, so I'm gonna call E-Trade and ask them about this market order, these two orders that I placed, that the first one took 20 seconds and the second one took 31 seconds. And I wanna see what they have to say about this ridiculousness. So let's see what they say. 1-800-387-2331. Hi, I wanna talk about a trade that I took that took a really long time to execute on E-Trade Pro. So yesterday I took a trade. You can see there's 4 orders at 10:17 a.m. and 41 seconds. I pressed the buy button on E-Trade Pro, and this order, nothing happened, and so I was confused. So I pressed the buy button a second time, and still nothing happened. So I ended up with 8,000 shares, which was more than I was planning. And instead of being in the 60s, I was holding it in the 280s. So that's like 20 cents higher on 6,000 shares. It's like $1,200 in slippage. And it took like almost 30 seconds for the order to fill, which to me seems crazy. Can you see that on your side? 10:17 and 41 seconds was the first order, and the last one was 10:17 and 48 seconds. So it's 4 orders. So basically, this is what happened. I traded the stock yesterday, so I wanted to call to find out why it happened and what can be done to kind of make this right. So let me pull up the trade here. All right, so I had to explain the whole thing again. I've been on the phone for 23 minutes now. I'm not sure if he understood as well as the woman I just spoke with before. He just kind of was like, okay, let me put you on hold for 3 to 5 minutes. So now I'm on hold, so I'll just kind of sit tight. And explaining it to him, I didn't have my screen up fast enough, so I was kind of like, I probably didn't explain it as well because I couldn't find where my orders were. It took me a second on my video. I didn't mark the time. I'll go ahead and write it down now though. It's 7 minutes and 44 seconds into the video that I show. And this is confusing because I'm recording a video of a video, because this was for my recap yesterday. But so it was right here in the 7 minute spot. So this is where I had the order. So the first one was about 14 seconds took 14 seconds to fill. The second one took about 19 seconds to fill, 18 seconds. And then of course you've got the super quick orders that I took in between for 1,000 shares that filled basically instantaneously and at a better price. So my argument here is that these 3,000 share orders should have filled at least 68, because I pressed the buy button before those other 2 orders that filled at 68. So they should at least be filled down at 68. That should be an extra $1,000 in my pocket if the order had worked properly. Again, this is the cost of free commissions. I placed the order. Obviously, there's a problem. Now I'm on the phone trying to figure it out, and they might not help me out. They might just say, tough luck. It's the stock market, What do you want us to do? Well, what I would like is for them to credit back the loss, and so then my account's back above the PDT level. That would be my ideal outcome. I don't know if they'll do that. But this is E-Trade. Don't tell me they don't have the money. They could do it if they want to. Sure, that's okay. I've been on hold so long I had to switch memory cards. It's been 30 minutes. I've been on hold now for 43 minutes. So just so I'm clear, so are you saying that you throttle a market order on small cap stocks? So I guess my problem is that the 2 orders I placed afterwards, the 2 orders for 1,000 shares each, both of them filled at 168. So there were sellers on the ask. I should have been able to fill. I easily filled 3,000 shares in Thinkorswim at 62. When I pressed the buy button, when I took that first order at 10:17 and 41 seconds, the ask was like 65 or 67. So basically what ended up happening was, if I had just done like 1,000 share limit order, the way I did for the second two, I would have gotten filled right away. But because I did a 3,000 share market order, you guys slowed it down, and then I ended up getting filled like up at the top at 86. And then it took another 10 seconds to fill. So what about that 10-second fill time? Because the limit order's filled within 1 second. So it's a total of 14 seconds. Yeah. So maybe TD Ameritrade, they'll let you do a market order and you'll get filled right at the current price. But with E-Trade, if I do a market order, you guys might flag it, wait, see what the market looks like, and then 20 or 30 seconds later, my order gets filled kind of like slowly, so I don't get maybe as bad of a fill. But in this case I did, but in another case maybe it would help me, right? So I guess, here's my question for you though. If I trade small cap stocks, in this particular case, I got a better fill with TD Ameritrade. I pressed the buy button, I got filled right away at 60. I pressed the buy button at almost the same time in E-Trade, but I didn't get filled until 82 or 80, 85, 86. So why would I want to use E-Trade instead of Ameritrade? Right. I mean, in this case, I genuinely want to buy a stock. It's moving up. It's a momentum stock. I want to get in, and I can't get in. That's going to make me not want to use E-Trade anymore. So, I know you guys have the free commissions. That's why I put this money in my account. But, this made it so I ended up losing more than I needed to. It was already probably going to be a losing trade. I mean, granted, I made 600 in TD Ameritrade on the same trade. On this one, I got filled, I was in at 81 average, and all of a sudden I was like, whoa, I'm in 20 cents higher. I guess I'm going to hold it for a second. And that was, probably my mistake. And then I finally sold when it broke down below 250. I took the loss. But if I had gotten a good fill from the beginning in the 60s, I would have been able to take profit in the 80s or 90s, and then none of this would have happened. So for me, it's like, I don't think I'm going to put more money into my account. I could put my money in my account and get myself back up to to the PDT level, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that money out and I'm going to put it into TD Ameritrade because my orders fill faster. 2-second guarantee. Well, so here's the thing. I placed 3 orders on E-Trade. The 2 buy orders, each for 3,000 shares, took about 15, 20 seconds to execute. And then when I turned around to sell it, it took about 30 seconds to execute. I placed 2 orders in TD, 1 to buy, it executed instantly. And then 1 to sell, and it executed instantly. Both times were 3,000 shares. So, so my order was faster. I mean, I've used E-Trade for a long time. I really liked E-Trade, but it's hard to argue with, when something like this happens. And when you guys are just saying, well, Ross, you just have to eat the loss because this is our system to, kind of protect you. Obviously, if I put an order for 100,000 shares, I could get really burned. So, you guys flag a market order, you check it, make sure it's okay, and then put it through. I mean, I get that to a certain extent, but I don't know. This doesn't really feel quick enough for the type of trading that I want to do. I was hoping you guys would at least be able to throw me some free commissions, but now it is free commission. So I don't, it's kind of like, I guess I just eat this loss and, hope it doesn't happen again. Yeah. All right, well, I think, you did everything you could do, and I appreciate you talking to me for a little bit, and I think we all learned something today, so, that's a good day. All right, well, thank you again. Take care. All right, take it easy. So there it is. I'm going to close my E-Trade account today. Obviously. I mean, come on. If I can't execute the orders according to my strategy, it's not the right platform for me. So I was on the phone there for, I don't know. I mean, let's see. Let's look at it. I mean, it was like an hour. I I'm not sure how to see how long I was on the phone, but I was on the phone for like an hour, and the net result was you place a big market order, they flag it for a second, they check it, and then if it's okay, then they let it go through, and that cost me 15 cents. So my small orders for 1,000 shares, those went through right away because they were limit orders. So, if you do use E-Trade limit orders, I understand. I always say use limit orders, don't use market orders. It's just that this platform's a little clumsy. The hotkeys haven't been working well. So just clicking the buy button without having to type in the price was faster. Faster on the front, but slower on the execution side. So what do you guys think? E-Trade or Ameritrade? I'm going to Ameritrade. Ameritrade wins this one. This round goes to Ameritrade. The next round is going to be between Ameritrade and Lightspeed, and I'm going to be really curious to see who wins. All right, that's it for me. Questions, comments, leave them below. And, I appreciate the fellow at E-Trade being a good sport. I'm sure he's not able to give me any money or do anything about it. And I'm sure they get people calling all the time that are frustrated. So, he did the best he could. It is what it is. I'll eat the loss. It's no big deal. Hey, did you know every morning I go live to stream my pre-market watch list? Subscribe to the channel, press the alert button, and you'll get the notifications. And if you want to learn more about trading, check out the links in the description. And if you have questions, post them in the comments because I personally respond to every comment posted on my channel.